So it's supposed to be 20 something, but feel like 5 with the men.
Yeah. That seems kind of accurate.
Shalom.
That's exactly what it feels like. Don't worry, I made this up.
Yeah, I like it. I see what you had.
I'm about to work with these ears, though, boy. Them bitches on fire.
Right. You gotta do like the half hood, you know?
Yeah. Don't cover the crown.
Con.
But the down,
Con, bro. Con, bro.
let the hood go round.
Jeez.
So, yeah, we live, man.
Kinda.
We live.
All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in, week out, prophesy the downfall of America, so that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know that we are the true children of Israel according to the Bible. So that the so-called white man know that he is Esau, and that America is Babylon, and that it will be destroyed in the Third World War, which is going to be a nuclear war. All right, so with that being said, we give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and all the women and children, men who follow. All right, so it's a lot of false teachers, a lot of people who say they got the truth, a lot of Jake looking for the truth, okay? But we know that the truth is only going to be found here. All right, so the Lord's word is going to be edifying. Give me Ezekiel 13 and 9. So yeah, start at verse 9. Give me read it in the NLT.
NLT from verse 9.
Yeah, from verse 9 it's gonna be like maybe 3 or 4 verses.
This is the book of Ezekiel. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 13, verse 9 in the NLT. It says, I will raise my fist against all the prophets who see false visions and make lying predictions.
Yeah, because you have a lot of people talking about there's gonna be a rapture, or they talking about basically we're gonna have a kingdom here in America, or we can be sovereign, things of that nature. That's not what's gonna happen, man. The scriptures plainly and clearly say what's gonna go down here in America. All right, and only the true men of the Lord are gonna bring it out and tell the people what's really going on.
It says, and they will be banished from the community of Israel.
Yeah, man, because you have Jake, going off their own will, telling you to pray in another name. You have Jake in the Catholic Baptist Church, all of them, telling you to pray in the name of Jesus Christ. They're going to be, it's speaking about back then as well, but it applies to these times as well. All right. Back then, they were excommunicated, but in this time, all right, they're going to be missile food. All right, they're going to be the 2/3 who are going to suffer death in America.
I will blot their names from Israel's record books, and they will never again set foot in their own land. Then you will know that I am the Savior. Then will you know that I am the sovereign Lord, Yahawah.
Yeah, we can't be sovereign here in America because our sovereignty lies with the Most High. So we have to wait on Him to get out of this place. All right? It don't matter if you got a school that you built up, if you got a plan, if all Jake get together, the collective black dollar, we all put the collective black dollar together, then we can build a community. And no, that didn't happen. Look at Black Wall Street. They blew it up. All right, we're not meant to win in this place. America is a whooping stick for Jake. All right, it's a punishment. And our punishment is almost at the end. And when we're outside that punishment, once we do get the salvation, then, yeah, we'll be at our pinnacle. But not until then.
Yeah, America,
the name America goes back to defined as bitter, you know, so it's not supposed to be a sweet, this is not a vacation, even a staycation for us. You know what I'm saying? This is a punishment, you know? This why are we under the curses? All right, shit, like as a brother was saying, you know, you got certain people teaching other names and got our people kind of bamboozled, so to speak. And that's because they feel as if this is home, you know, or they feel comfortable. Like, I mean, people speak about Jesus, the salvation of Jesus and shit like that, man, but I don't really know too much prosperity coming from these religions. You know what I'm saying? With the truth, it lets you, that's what's so beautiful about the truth is it's honest with you.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you come to serve me, prepare your soul for temptation. Hey, look, you're going to be persecuted for my sake. Hey, look, if the world hates you, cool. They hated me too. Hey, look, you might have to die for this, you know? But you also will receive salvation and, you know, the benefits as well. So other than that, Christianity just tell you all good things is happening and going to come, and it don't really prepare you for the world because you go out and you see other Christians and those Christians ain't acting supposedly like Christians, man. But within this truth, you're obligated, all right, to be your brother's keeper. And if you can't, and if you not, then you are not of the fold, pretty much. All right? Because at the end of the day, any role you play can only be played for so long. Okay? You obligated to do this work. All right, I'm gonna get the floor back to you. All right?
Yeah.
It's like he told Peter, he told him, feed my sheep 3 times. So I had looked up how I had looked up how long can sheep go without no, I'm about to oh yeah, grab that. Yeah, I probably don't need a mic. I talk loud enough. I had looked up how much can a sheep go without food, and I believe it said, I think it said a certain amount of months, but you know, a week without water, a week, they would need water within a week. You know what I'm saying? So really, hey, this truth is related to food and it's related to water.
Yeah.
All right, amongst other things. So as the Lord was earnest with Peter about feeding his sheep, it just shows you how important it is, man. All right, even shepherds, you know, they had staffs. The staff would help guide the sheep, but also protect and fight against anything that was trying to put the sheep in danger. Well, this word is known as a staff. All right, a staff is also known as what? A supporting system. Okay, so it's just showing you the spiritual aspects of being a shepherd, of taking care of the sheep, being a servant and a minister of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. Bro,
But you,
I passed out.
We'll revive you, brother.
But you had said something about, but I want to bring this precept out. The book of Hebrews, chapter 4, verse 12 says, "For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart."
Hey, that's kind of like what we was talking about last night. And I was telling you my situation at work. And all in all, the precepts is going through my head. You know? You said it's what did it say about the thoughts?
It says, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Yeah, because you have what you want to do, but you have what the scriptures say you should do, man. All right? And it cuts down to the marrow. It cuts you. This word cuts you. It's a two-edged sword, so just as much as you swinging it to cut somebody else, it could also cut you, man. Because we're not perfect. So as we reading these precepts, okay, and warning the people how we supposed to be operating, all right, hey, we got to practice what we preach, man. Simple as that. Okay. Now, other foes have this word in the sense they have a Bible, but if you missing that ingredient, which is the spirit, it ain't gonna taste right.
Yeah.
It just ain't gonna taste right, man. Yeah, you know when ain't no salt in no food. You know what I'm saying? You gonna know.
Yeah. Everything tastes like mayonnaise. But hey, but that's a beautiful point that you made. About the two-edged sword. You elder brothers in the camp push. Is even with us. We're constantly to abound in this thing, which means there's no ceiling for growth.
Yeah.
Which means like we definitely have to practice what we preach. You'll hurt yourself. If we're honest with ourselves, because if you're not honest with yourself, you could be swinging that sword, you cutting yourself, but you don't even feel it. But if you're honest and you're really,
You gonna feel it when you pass out.
Yeah, right.
I'm bleeding out.
You ain't gonna even know. Like you just swinging. I'm good. You cutting everything. You go to sit down and you just wake up in a hospital.
Right,
right. Man, you was cutting yourself. You was losing blood.
Because that adrenaline's flowing.
Yeah.
So you don't feel it. And what that adrenaline that's you getting high off your own self-will.
Yep.
You self-will, you think that you the man, I got it. I got all the breakdowns. I know this, I know that. Not knowing that it's the Most High that gave it to you. So as you swinging that sword, you steady cutting yourself, you don't even feel it. And then when you sit down, now, you're like, oh.
Passed out on the bench.
You're leaking.
A little whoop.
Did you want more of that Ezekiel?
Yeah.
Ezekiel.
What verse were you in?
That was 13 and 9. The NLT. Well, I'll finish that one. Go to the next verse. Ezekiel chapter 13 and verse 10, continuing in the NLT, it says, "This will happen because these evil prophets deceive my people by saying all is peaceful."
Yeah, man. Either preaching a prosperity doctrine or that, we can be here in America for another 10 years, get your 401ks, basically planning ahead, man. Yeah, I mean, look, it was told to me, by a elder brother in GMS, don't get caught up trying to time your YAHAWASHI. So yeah, don't stop paying your taxes. If you got a job, keep your job. If you got a business, keep your business, but be focused on what's actually going down. Keep your mind on the scriptures, rewatching and praying.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's important. And above all, hasten the day. We still hasten the day, but we know it's not going to be peace coming. We know it's a time that never was. Jacob's trouble is coming. That's what was really important.
It says, "This will happen because these evil prophets deceive my people by saying all is peaceful when there is no peace at all."
And people will believe them. You have people that follow behind these people, and what does the scripture say? If they both should fall into a ditch, if the blind leads the blind,
yep,
and their blood's gonna be on your hands.
It says, it says it's as if the people have built a flimsy wall, and these prophets are trying to reinforce it by covering it with whitewash.
Right. It's like,
damn.
It's right, exactly. When you build a wall, it's for a purpose. It's to either keep something out or to keep something in. All right. So your wall should have strength, integrity. Okay. Matter of fact, look at that word integrity real quick.
Okay.
That's why people use stones, brick to build wall. But if you're in a household, what do they use a lot of times? Sheetrock. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Plaster. Which what? You gonna punch a hole through that? But ain't nobody punching a hole through this brick wall.
Hey, actually, 3 little pigs.
Yeah.
Wasn't solidified, so they used the brick. The wood didn't work. The straw didn't work. Integrity goes back to integer, a whole number as opposed to a fraction. Intact.
Intact. You want to keep your wall intact. So what would you do? You would build it with a strong material. All right. So this truth is built with the strong materials of the gospel. But when you bring in these damnable heresies, when you bring in these false doctrines, it's like building a wall with plaster. All right, somebody's gonna huff and puff and blow this house down.
It says whole, complete, untainted, upright, literally untouched. Breaks down to the word in, meaning not, and tajir, meaning to touch. So not to touch, you know.
Hey, well, ain't nothing gonna touch this truth because it was built with integrity.
Well, like you said, it was untainted. You know what I'm saying? So, meaning it's whole. There's nothing taken. It's not a fraction. There's nothing taken from it. It's a complete work. It can't. It's formed.
Yep.
The way that it needs to be, and it had to be something added to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You built a wall. Now you got to lean beams against it to keep it in like intact. Like no, it's a standing wall itself. You know, like in the ancient times, they would have walls around about the city, and there was one way in. You know, high walls. And you had the watchmen to keep protected and everything. You know.
Bring precept. It's the book of James, chapter 3, and verse 17. Oh shit. James chapter 3, verse 17.
Yeah, keep that phone.
I gotta hold on to it. Okay. It says, James 3 and 17, but the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality, without hypocrisy.
Yeah, man. There's no partiality, no my opinion. All right, all reality, man. All truth. 100%. You know, it's not concentrate. It's not. There's no additives. You know,
We said not that from concentrate.
it's not
shit.
GMO.
Yeah.
It's all 100%.
That's right.
Hey, get built this house upon the sand.
Come on.
Well, look like he ain't never seen this happen. He rolled by like he's saying
Okay. Stop it. Let me read that. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7. And I'm going to start a little bit about Bashar. In Matthew 7, verse 24, it says, therefore, whosoever heareth. Yeah, that's it. Matthew chapter 7, verse 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house.
Yeah, so he said that he built his house upon a rock. All right, this is like that wall. Like I said, a good wall is built with stones, with brick, and mortar, or with rock. Right? It's a solid foundation. All right, you're not going to be able to move. So when the rains came and beat on it, okay, it didn't move. It stayed. It kept its integrity. It stayed up. All right, that's how the truth is. Unmovable, unshakable. All right, we're going to stand on this doctrine.
that's how we have to be. You know, those winds and that storm represents the different things that we're gonna go through. That's gonna try to break our foundation down. You know what I'm saying? Amongst the principalities. All right, through what? Your children, your woman, employees, flat tire. You know, even sometimes like kind of having differences with brothers and stuff. Okay, not saying that they part of that storm, but just different things that you have to overcome as a person yourself. Because all it is, like I was talking to this brother last night, the situation that I had, where me and this guy, we felt the same way. And all in all, throughout the day, I'm thinking of scriptures and how I could have handled it better, and what I could have did or said to prevent it or whatever. And I highly doubt he was thinking like that. He probably was like, this motherfucker, da da da, you know. However, but that's what comes with this truth. It's about getting better. It's about elevating. It's about overcoming. It's about having a strong foundation. Because it's easy to fight your way out of shit, but when you gotta take the low, all right, when you gotta be the so-called bigger man and walk away from a situation, that's the hard part. That's what's wrong with the world because of pride, you know. But that's being humble at that moment, you know. When you ready and willing to, when you want to express your pride and show a motherfucker what you bout, and you like, nah, that ain't right for this situation, you know. That's due to this to the scriptures, man. All right, that's straight due to the scriptures. So the Lord gonna put us through small storms and big storms. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you might have this ship that made it through a small storm, right? So you might, hey, oh, I'm good. You know, I can make it through anything. Then that big old wave come, boom, right on top of it. Okay, now you know to get a bigger one. You know? And that's how the Lord, so then when the ultimate storm comes, you able to, hey, be like Noah, man. You know, you'll have an ark to where no amounts of water or no storm can break down your foundation. You'll be covered by the Heavenly Father, man. But you got to overcome those small storms, man. And do it the right way by building the right way. You know, ain't no fast forward, ain't no you can't order a strong foundation kit off Amazon. Right. Like this is all spiritual, internal things that you gotta deal with, man. Because we was brought up in this society. This society don't teach you to have a strong foundation. They got, you know, a couple motivational speakers here and there, but when it comes to the reality, they ain't telling you about Jacob's struggle. They ain't telling you about Jacob's struggle. They ain't telling you about the Third World War, man. The Spirit is telling us that, man, through the prophets. All right. Hey, and then we're orchestrated to teach that as well. Kal
Halal YAHAWASHI, you know, you mentioned that. I was speaking with, you know, the brother Yatazak last night. I was like, man, all I got to do is just what I'm supposed to do. If I just do what I'm supposed to do and take care of my business, everything else is going to take care of itself.
I said that years ago.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's all you can do. Is what you're supposed to do. You know? What else you got to do in this place?
Right.
Now you can get distracted, but it's up to you to get rid of those distractions. You know? And all you got to do is your job.
Yeah, the way I was explaining to him, like, you know, if you want women, you spend time chasing women. You're not putting in that time on yourself. If you take away from that time when you're chasing women and you put it on yourself, the women are gonna come.
The women are gonna chase you.
The women are gonna chase you. Right. So I don't have to chase money. If I just do what I'm supposed to do, the money is gonna come. We just do what we're supposed to do in this truth. The Lord is gonna hold up His end of the bargain.
And by that, just a slight mix to it. If you're content with your wages, you know, being content with your daily bread, right? Because he spoke about chasing money and the money had come to him. No, the Lord will put certain things, certain opportunities into your life. You know what I'm saying? Like like one situation when he told him, they was talking about paying taxes and stuff, and he was like, hey, well, go down to the river, grab a fish, open his mouth, and it's gonna be, you know, a penny in there. The Lord can just do that. You know, brothers have sent, you know, messages about finding, you know, finding money here and there, or sometimes, hey, I personal testimony. One day I called my insurance to pay it, and they told me it was already paid. And I'm like, nah, we gotta make sure, because I don't want to see that y'all telling me it's paid and then this money come out of my account that I used up. Now I'm in a negative.
Right.
But hey, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, it actually got paid. And it was the Lord that paid it. And I know that for sure, because at that time I was down and out. So it's like, if you do what you're supposed to do, the money will come to you in the form of opportunity. It ain't like the Lord gonna let you hit the lotto or something like that, you know. And not saying the brother was wrong in what he said, just clearing it up. You know what I'm saying? But it will come to you, man. All right? Shoot, I mean, you know, most of us brothers in this camp, we work together, and it's a pretty good job, you know. But we had our little shitty jobs or certain jobs. Don't get me wrong, the job ain't peaches and cream, but it's a good opportunity, you know. But if it comes to where it's affecting the work, then you got to make a choice, you know. And for that choice, for that sacrifice, the Lord could reward you for that, you know.
Yeah.
It's all about trusting in YAHAWASHI.
Quick reset. Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10. It says, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shewed towards his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister.
Yeah, it tell you in Sirach that we labor not for ourselves, but those that seek wisdom. All right? So that's our labor of love. This is our labor of love. We out here in fucking windy weather with snow in the cold. Says it's 23 degrees, but it feels like way less than that, you know. But this is our labor of love. All right? We could be at home in the heat in the homes that the Lord blessed us with, but this is our labor of love, man. All right? Because love is what? Keeping the commandments. We commanded to come out here, go on the highways and the hedges and bid them to the marriage. We trying to get this wedding flourish so we can, you know, we can get home, man.
Right. Hey, Bible shop I make, you know, because y'all brothers were making some beautiful points. And what I took from it, you know, is we're put here to get the short end of the stick.
Oh yeah.
We're put here to get. Hey, it says the foolishness of preaching. We're out here, but it's because it's necessary. We're here to go through trials and tribulations because it's necessary to make us. Because we came out of darkness. We came out of great darkness, bro. You know, the same darkness our people are groping at noonday in. We came out of that. And we're born into that, right? So the fact that YAHAWASHI said, look, I'm gonna give you this light, but you're gonna have to go through. You're gonna have to go through trials. It's gonna be things that comes with it, and things like the brother harps on a lot, man. The elder brother Ra'iv harps on a lot is, it's not gonna be fair. It's not gonna feel fair. But you know, and that's something that we, you know, coming out of the world, that's tough to learn, but it's necessary for the task at hand, man.
Because the world, with the world, that's why the scriptures speak about the wisdom of this world is foolishness unto the Most High. Because they teach you equality. They teach you fairness. Ain't shit equal nor fair in this society, man.
Oh, God.
Fair comes with Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi. Because he doesn't like an unjust balance. All right? I was reading in the commentary about I think it was about the parable with you know, with the penny, when he went to go hire them and for a day's wage, and everybody got paid the same. And I believe that was, but it was speaking about, said, we know, I wish I could have worded it right. We know the law of something, but pretty much if you do something, then this is what you get done for it. You know, if you work, you get paid. But we don't know the law of grace or something like that. No, well, we was foreign to the law of grace. With the Lord, he'll give you certain things a certain time for certain, you know what I'm saying? It's just, we wasn't used to that. All right. So, hey, but that's the Lord showing his mercy, showing his favor towards us, man. Dang, I'm going to have to find that.
All right. Shit. Continue, Ezekiel.
No. Go to Jeremiah 23 from the jump.
Jeremiah 23.
Yeah.
KJV.
NLT Bible.
This is Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 1, reading in the NLT. It says, "What sorrows awaits the leaders of my people, the shepherds of my sheep."
Yeah, hold on. First off, it said the leaders of my people. All right. The so-called leaders of Jake in these times are who? You got politicians, you got your famous athletes and movie stars, pop singers, rappers, so on, etc. They're not a good example. All right, the true leaders of Yashala are the apostles on down, man. Because we are who's going to get, through the spirit of Yahawashi Yashai, we're the ones who he is using to get Jake right, who's going to get us to the promised land, so to speak.
It says, "The shepherds of my sheep, for they have destroyed and scattered the very ones they were expected to care for," says the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, and then you got these other cats out here. All right, you got your TD snakes. All right, you got your general, the commanding general. All right, Nathaniel. These other people who are scattering people. You read that the last part one more time.
Con, it says, "For they have destroyed and scattered the very ones that were they." Slakia. Slow it down. It says, "For they have destroyed and scattered the very ones that they were expected to care for," saith the Lord Yahweh.
So it's an expectation of a man of the Lord. When you put the Lord on your back, you care for the people. All right? It's your job to take care of the people. And the number one job is to do what? To give them the truth in sincerity, the whole 100% pure truth. And they're scattering the people. They're sending them to other places. All right? They're not eating with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They're eating at another power's table. If you're calling them Christ, you're not eating at the table of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? If you worshiping white Jesus, you're not eating at the table of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You had a whole nother wedding.
It's a whole nother event.
You walk in there with the wrong color on. Hey, because remember, within that story, it's like that he didn't have the right attire on. You know?
It says, verse 2, "Therefore, this is what the Lord Yahweh, the power of Israel, says to these shepherds. Instead of caring for my flock and leading them to safety, you have deserted them and driven them to destruction."
Yeah, man. Hey, they both should fall into a ditch. There's a lot of people who are following these other camps who aren't teaching the proper doctrine, who aren't preparing people. All right? And there's a lot of people that are going to be led unto destruction. Lord's will, the true followers will wake up and come to their senses, so to speak. And Lord's will, it happens soon. Because hey, we ain't got too much time left. We ain't got too much time left. So there's going to be a great awakening. There's going to be something that happens to say, hey, these dudes ain't right. Something ain't right about them. And you're going to see a mass exodus from these other camps.
It's going to be a sifting.
Yeah, that's a perfect word.
And that's how the Lord likes for men to. Everybody will go, not everybody, but people go through the same things, and what's most important is your reaction. That's what it comes down to. I can get pulled over by the cops, and this brother get pulled over by the cops, and it comes down to our reaction. I can be like, well, I be seeing videos, and you know what I'm saying, they be getting the cops right. You know what I'm saying? Pull over, I ain't gotta roll my window all the way down. I guess it's my right. You can't do this, boo, boo, boo. Yeah. They get all hostile, now I gotta call the bros. You reached the collect. Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Sorry. Fuck.
But this brother at that time, he can do what the scriptures say, agree with that adversary speedily. All right?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, but here's my registration. Here's my, okay, hey, thanks for the warning. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the reaction, man. So when certain things start, if you calling yourself a Hebrew Israelite, well, you see what they're starting to do within the media. They'll have certain attacks, and they'll have people starting to look like, so-called Israelites. Got the beard, little crazy little hair, baby, or whatever.
Right.
Dark skin. All right. Trying to connect certain things. Hey, when that stuff happened up in New Jersey, somebody was like, "Oh, that's what y'all do." Wow. So he just,
Yeah.
but that's the goal, is to demonize it, man. So once it comes down to where the persecution for calling yourself an Israelite, right? That's gonna be part of that sifting.
That's what it is.
Okay, because it's like, are you really here or not?
Yeah, man, that's you made it like that. That's why when them niggas met up for that protest or rally, that's why it was like we can't connect to that because that's not what the Lord requires. It says what, like you was mentioning, pretty much give no offense that the ministry be not blamed, because they're already looking for a reason to get us off the corners and stop this word, man, or try to stop the word. So hey, like you said, moving with prudence, or being a black belt, so to speak, mentally, like the brother speaks on a lot. Being a black belt is like knowing how to react and what to do in that situation.
Time.
Back in Jeremiah chapter 23 and the end of verse 2 in the NLT, it says, "Now I will pour out judgment on you for the evil you have done to them, but I will gather together the remnant of the flock from the countries where I have driven them."
Yeah, you about to read that again?
Start from the top of that verse.
Yeah, from the top of that verse.
This is Jeremiah 23 and 2 from in the NLT. "Therefore, this is what the Lord Yahawah, the power of Israel, says to these shepherds: instead of caring for my flock and leading them to safety, you have deserted them and driven them to destruction. Now I will pour out judgment on you for the evil you have done to them."
Right, so because you didn't do your job, now there's a consequence for it. All right, so the importance of getting these breakdowns right, the importance of praying in truth and sincerity, all right, the importance of doing everything the way it's supposed to be done, keeping order, all right, there's a consequence if you're not doing it the proper way.
Consequences for your actions. Yes, sir. But I will gather together the remnant of my flock from the countries where I have driven them. I will bring them back to their own sheepfold, and they will be fruitful and increase in number.
Yeah, so the people who you are wanting to preach your gospel to, okay, they're going to recognize what's really up, and they're going to scatter. They're going to come to the real sheepfolds. All right, they're going to come to GMS. They're going to come to the other, men of the Lord who are teaching a like doctrine. They're going to recognize that you're, teaching that BS. All right, and they're going to recognize what the real truth is. Read that last part again about the sheepfold.
It says, sheepfold. Okay, it says, but I will gather together the remnant of my flock from the countries where I have driven them.
Right, because we were driven to the four corners of the world. All right, we were scattered after 70 AD. All right, we were scattered after the northern kingdom came over here, escaping that captivity. So then we had the slave, the transatlantic slave trade, all right? And we had Jake fighting different wars and drop seed. We're everywhere. So So we've been scattered everywhere. We're already everywhere. So the Lord is going to choose us from these places, and he's going to get us right.
I will bring them back to their own sheepfold.
Right, he's going to bring us back into the loop. Go ahead.
And they will be fruitful and increase in number.
Right, so the numbers are going to increase. They're going to abound. You're going to learn more. All right, because what do we tell you? Hey, don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself. All right, we teach you how to fish. We don't fish for you. We'll give you the knowledge, but it's your job as a hopeful elect to put in your own due diligence to do your work. All right.
Yeah, it say, what it say in Philippians? Hey, can you grab Philippians real quick? Oh, seek your own salvation. You know, that don't mean you ain't gotta grab it. That don't mean seek it the way that you want to. It's no, you have to put forth an effort. You gotta labor as well, man. You know, you have to labor as well. It's not do what you want to do and how you want to do it, and then you get the same benefits there. No, if you ain't do it the right way, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be consequences for it. That's why the Lord had a way laid out to keep and to do in order to make it to salvation. But if you go about doing it your way, yeah, of course you're going to fall short.
Precept. This is Luke chapter 6 and verse 46. And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?
Yep. Simple as that, man. All right. So, hey, don't psych yourself out. You know?
You know one thing you notice
That's
about
why the
the
scriptures speak about self-examining yourself. You know, which means to scrutinize. You know, if you ain't been reading, if you ain't been doing lessons, you ain't been fasting, if you ain't been showing charity, if you ain't been a brother, you ain't been knowing the state of your flock. All right, all of that entails with being a man of the Lord. Right? It's not just I'm an Israelite, check my badge. Like, no, we don't have a Hebrew Israelite badge. You just fucking scan like your ID and oh, you are. Hey, welcome. Like, nah, man, this is all spiritual. You show your faith by your works. Instead of just saying you have faith or you do believe and you don't, you know. But that's gonna be part of the sifting as well. Okay, you saying all of this, now you have to stand on it. You know? Because it's gonna be tested. It's just like when you want to diet and now everybody offering you to eat. Hey man, you want this, you want that, got you, boom, 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 you know?
Smelling good.
Yeah, you know, you start having them cravings and things. That's just how it works. It's all a test, it's a proving ground, you know?
So
There should be no wind in the winter, man.
game changer.
Only in the spring and the summer. Give you a nice little.
Esau got
Look,
it.
did it start? Hi, Satan.
Esau got it. Esau got
Let
it.
it out.
His heart fans out.
Wow. Satan a hoe.
Yeah, I told the brother, man, it's gonna be winter every night for my slaves in the kingdom.
Man.
No socks. So back in Jeremiah.
This nigga turned the wind up, boy. Prince of the power of the air. I got you.
Turn it up on 24 real quick. It's Jeremiah 23 and verse 3 in the NLT. But I will gather together the remnant of my flock from the countries where I have driven them, and I will bring them into their own sheepfold, and they will be fruitful and increase in number.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will appoint responsible shepherds who will care for them.
Right, so true men of the Lord are going to watch over the sheep then. All right, the ones who the Lord has chosen from out of the world, man. Chosen from the beginning of the world. All right? The true worshipers of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah. Well, and they will never be afraid again. Not a single one will be lost or missing.
Hey, like the brother said, about the sifting. What does it say in Amos that one should not fall out of his hand? All right? Read that one more time, Baba Rashad.
Con. It says, then I will appoint responsible shepherds who will care for them, and they will never be afraid again.
Hey, what is there to be afraid of? All right, if you got the Most High on your side, why are you scared? Why be afraid? He didn't give us the spirit of fear.
He said, if the Lord be for us, who can be against us, So you trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he'll have it to where, you aren't touched. Nothing can touch you in a sense.
Yeah, we spoke about it yesterday. When Israel was going off, and the Lord wasn't dealing with us, the nations knew, and the nations were able to take advantage.
Yep.
They were able to win in wars and things of that nature. But when the Lord was with us, they couldn't do nothing with us.
When that Ark of Covenant was gone, they was like, oh, okay, about to go get them. And then they took the Ark of Covenant and then started cursing them. They like, man, send that back.
Right.
And when it came back into the camp, all Israel, they was hyped up, because that was a form of the Lord, man.
Says, not a single one will be lost or missing. I, the Lord Yahweh, have spoken. For the time is coming, saith the Lord Yahweh, when I will raise up a righteous descendant from King David's line. He will be a king who rules with wisdom. He will do what is just and right throughout. He will do what is just and right throughout the land.
Yeah, speaking about Yahawashi, the one who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, he's going to set everything straight. He did it in those times, and he's coming back. And when he comes back, it's going to be the ultimate judgment on this place. All right. So false prophets, they're going to they're going to eat the fruit of their way. Okay. Esau's going to go down. America's going down. This whole beast system is going down. All right, and the righteous are going to be redeemed. Cleanliness is made ready. Can I get that Bible shot?
Yeah. You want straight to the point?
Yeah.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8 and verse 52. For unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted.
I'm going home myself. I just got here.
Yeah, this is Second Ezra chapter 8 and verse 52. Says, for unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared.
Yeah, man, paradise is open. The tree of life is planted. Everything's ready and prepared. Hey, man, all we got to do is keep fighting, man. Just stay on the straight and narrow. Do what we supposed to do, man. Do our part. Do our part, and the Lord's going to fight for us. Yeah.
Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed.
Hey, man, rest is going to be allowed. All right. We're going to have the best of the best. All right. Food is going to actually be food. You can enjoy your kids. Women are going to be in order. Everything that we are lacking in this place, man, we're going to have it in abundance in the kingdom.
Hey, but and if I may add, when you go into the book of Psalms, I believe it was Asaph, when he said he was envious at the wicked until he seen their end. You know what I'm saying? They were flowing in wealth. They had this, that, and the third. They wanted one for nothing. And here it is, the nation of Israel. We're going through this, going through that. We're struggling. We're at the bottom of the barrel. We're getting beat down. But the Lord said he showed the end of the wicked to Asaph, and he proclaimed it. And that's the same thing you're going into, because we got something much better coming than what Esau got in this bullshit kingdom, man.
Yeah, like the scriptures say, envy thou not thou oppressor. You know, they supposed to have what they have in this place. I ain't gonna stunt, man. I be seeing these houses and shit. I don't know why I'm big on houses. I see driveways and garages and yards, and I'm like, man, these old punk ass niggas, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, all right, you know, hey, this is you took us out to, you know, the Bennington, them houses across the water. Come on, man. Like, what? They ain't even houses, them is mansions.
Yeah.
You know? Like, come on. Why is your window, you got one window the size of my room? But this is their time. Like the brother speaking on Psalm 73, he said, and surely thou didst put them in slippery places, man. All right, so they look like they winning, but they actually losing, and we look like we losing, but we actually winning.
He that is last shall be first. First should be last.
It says, reading on, it says, a city is builded and rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past, and in the end is shewed the treasure of immortality.
Hey, Kal Halal YAHAWASHI, man. That's what we waiting on, man. That's what our hope is. That's why we're putting all our trust in YAHAWASHI. Because when YAHAWASHI comes back, that's our guarantee. That's our reward. That's the penny that we were all promising we're all working for.
That's a beautiful point. That is our guarantee. Because it says in Psalms that it says what man looketh for life that he may find good. You know what I'm saying? In this place, that's what a lot of our people, they're looking for. They're looking to be like Esau. They're looking to have their sovereignty and their kingdom here. You know, because they see, oh man, damn.
Well, they got a system set up that we can actually go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We can actually be something. So that our people set their minds on that and die for that. How does it make sense to work until you about 60 something to retire to what? You 60. What the hell? You about, according to the scripture, you got about 15 years, 20 years left. You right at 60, but what is it, 67?
Yeah, 67.
You got about 13 years, well, 3 to 13 years, because it say about 70 to 80.
Right.
But now,
you got GMOs.
you're talking about cancer being at an all-time high, you know, even amongst young people. It goes to show you that ain't no nutrients in this place. All right, you gotta breathe and eat chemicals pretty much, you know. But I looked at that word guarantee. It said person that gives security. All right, it says warrant that the title to a property is true. That's kind of dope. Defender, protector, warranty, pledge, justifying evidence. To warn, guard, protect, to cover. Woo! That's clutch right there, to cover, man. All right? With the Lord, it says what? Like his name is a strong tower. A strong tower is a what? To protect you, to guard you. All right? From the intruders. Okay? This, what the Lord set up is our guarantee. Okay? If you keep it, if it's at the Lord's will, you keep it out. It's our guarantee way out of this place, man. All right, it's our guarantee way through Jacob's trouble. Okay? Now, it ain't gonna just click on. You know, you do what you're supposed to do so you can build up to that. It's like any little video game you play. You got to get XP points. You can't just go from level 1 to 15.
Right.
You got to put in the work, put in the labor to get those points. There's certain tasks that got to be done.
Yeah.
You get bonuses for going over and beyond, in a sense. Then you can level up. All right? there's no cheat codes. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if they have cheat codes with games anymore. I remember they used to, but there's no cheat codes with this, man.
There's no game genius.
That's why I said you got to enter what? The straight gate. All right? You have to enter the straight gate. That's the only way. Yeah, it hurts, stressful, but that's the way for you to become pure. All right? So the Lord can you know, Lord willing, he see you as being worthy, man.
Shit. Precept. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 7. It says, it says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed.
Yep, by his works and by faith where ye have believed, man. All right? So works and faith is within that. You know, people say they believe, but it's going to have to show. And it's going to show. Our temptation is going to pop up. All right? Famine is going to pop up.
We get Psalm 73 and 3 compared to what y'all saying earlier.
Yeah.
Kind of digressing a bit, but just trying to hit on the mark that was sitting on earlier.
Psalm 73 in verse 3, it says, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm.
Yeah, so pretty much the rich of this world, you know, you don't really see like the end, like the brother talking about, you driving past these houses, driving past and seeing them at balls and banquets and shit, and we'll sit there and ride by it. At a point you'll get mad, you know what I'm saying? But you know, we're not supposed to envy the prosperity of the wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we're supposed to have faith that this place is going to be destroyed. And that's not why we're envying them, because, you know, it does stem from, like, you know, they have it and why can't we? That's the carnal reason, but the reason why the Lord's going to get involved is because of how they got it. They stole, they robbed, and killed the Israelites. And not only did that, but they utilized them as tools to get these riches. Okay?
For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men.
Yeah. So, like, they don't get pulled over how we get pulled over. They don't have to worry about, you know, hey, if they get caught in crime, they can pay off certain shit. They know people that can get the things that they need, you know. It's like these NFL owners with John Gruden type shit. It's like, ain't no band, they got caught, but they just put it on John Gruden because that's the type of money they got, you know.
Hey, you had the owner of the Colts. He was found unresponsive. He was overdosed. They had to give him Narcan to wake him back up. But he has the power to keep that out of the media for months. And then for them to say, well, he has a medical problem, that's why he passed out. No, he's a junkie.
Yeah. Yep. And that's how much power you got, that the media will make sure that you know that's not the case. You know, a Jake could do anything on here. They get your worst mugshot. You know what I'm saying? It's your 8th grade. You making a face and shit, and then like it's a menace.
Yeah.
He was jaywalking. He sprinted across the street, causing chaos on public grounds. It's like they're worded to make it the worst thing ever.
Right. It says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain.
Yep. So because the rich, especially the rich of Esau, they walk around like nothing can stop them. They look down on people. Even Jake got the energy now. You know? But this money is a farce, man. It's not they walk around like they can't be touched, but a nigga can put hands on them. You know what I'm saying? In all actuality, you know, that's how crazy this money system is. It's not a real skill set that you use to get it. You know, it's not like you're a rich soldier and the more riches you got shows how much ass you kick. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing to do with that. It's really you had a skill set, or you cheated somebody out of a thing, did through business, and that's how you got your money. So they walk around like they really have these skill sets. Really, they're just a bunch of thieves that knows people with skill sets. You know, that's what the rich is comprised of. You know, people that's willing to do anything and find people they can hire to get it done. You know,
It says violence covereth them as a garment.
yeah. So violence is always behind a lot of shit that they do. You know, a lot of like the pharmaceutical company. It's a lot of violence in there, a lot of killing, a lot of death. You know, because Esau's the biggest drug dealer on planet Earth. He's the biggest arms dealer. He's the biggest everything, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the oil, they went from oil to medicine, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit, that medicine is way, can't say it's way more prominent, but it's just as prominent as oil is. Okay, and the people are killed behind that shit, man.
That's why they had to go get all that opium from Afghanistan and all of that, because it's an opioid crisis.
Mm-hmm.
So where you gotta get the opium to
That was in Vietnam, man.
Yeah.
You know, so now that opioid just made it on the streets, but we talking about tramadol and toradol and all that shit. Ain't nothing but opium.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, medicine to keep people. That's probably what that medicine that nigga was on the coast was fucking with.
Yep.
Some type of opioid.
That's exactly what it was.
You know what I'm saying? The Vicodins and lower tabs and all that shit.
Codeine.
Yep. All that, man. That's a big money maker racket. It's tax drug dealing, man. Legalized drug dealing. Okay? They making these medications and all these niggas drinking lean. Like y'all ain't no producer say, you know, we kind of, these niggas is using this for drugs, bro. Like, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, they getting cases of this shit. You know?
Yeah. Keep you something down and docile.
What was the name of that? They had they even had a series on Netflix going into the depths of that. I forget the name of it. You know, going into exactly what you're saying. It's a money racket. They were just finding ways to make illegal drugs legal by putting it in, you know, like so you got your Walgreens, your CVS's and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the corner stores. That's the hustlers, the petty hustlers. Walgreens, the petty hustlers.
And they always right across the street from each other. They be right across the street from each other.
Your ass clean off the block. You can't be right here. You're
Right.
messing it up for all the people that want my drug.
That's funny.
It's only enough room in here for me.
Raise the value of my establishment. You know? Turn around and make this shit look professional. But they got blood on their hands, man. Because they went over there, they fought wars behind these drugs, man.
Yeah.
Vietnam shit, mainly for drugs, you know. Using colonizing countries, putting in democracy, shedding blood just to get their resources. We already went into how they did coups and all that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Just get the world, yeah. Says their eyes stand out with fatness.
Yeah, they're looking at everything. They want everything. I was talking to my friends in the world about it. We was talking about the second line and how the second line bands in New Orleans, they you know, it's all Jake, man. And then after a while, pretty much Esau started coming in. You know what I'm saying? It's like being the drum major. It was never a heathen drum major in the history of second line. So when they start seeing it, it's like, oh man, what the hell going on? It's like, yeah, y'all about to lose y'all shit. Because they're gonna take it and they're gonna refinance it. Okay, they're gonna call it theirs and they're gonna put a tax on it, a worldwide. Yeah, we came up with second lining. You know, and they do that with everything. They look at Germany, man, how they got these nuclear missiles, man. All right? Their eyes look out with fatness. They see that you're creating something, and they're going to want it. They see that your place is growing something, they're gonna want it, man. And it all starts off as a nigga on a tour. He done flew to Fiji Islands, and he's like, wow, man, this place has so much potential. You know?
Yep.
Next thing you happily cracking this nigga coconut, showing him how you do it. You know what I'm saying? And you just like sitting there with him and shit. You make a business out of this. Next thing you know, your ass crack coconut the rest of your life. Boy, sweat. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's how they took Hawaii.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly how it took Hawaii, you know?
That's exactly. Now look at him, growing bananas.
Like, damn, this motherfucker, like right here, Russia can't even fly over us, low key, bro. Damn, the weather's fine all year round. We can really grow these bananas all year round, bro. Like, it's crazy. What do y'all mean y'all want to do that?
Coconut specialist.
That's not y'all way, huh?
Abracadabra. Abracadabra.
Democracy, you know?
Fire.
Fucking magic trick for that.
Man.
Hockey democracy. Puppet leader. That's a rap. You know what I'm saying?
It says they have more than heart could wish.
Yeah, they have all the resources that you need, but they're still oppressing the poor. Okay?
It says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Yeah, they speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak wickedly concerning the poor and what they're doing. Oh man, I heard a nigga say, yeah, man, you know what it is? If he was saying pretty much, why are we gonna give money to the poor? Because they ain't gonna do nothing but end up back in the rich hands. Because the niggas is corrupt. You're gonna find another way to steal it back.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
There's not the fact that a rental system, a person's supposed to work for you for a contract in order to you're supposed to give that person what they need. Okay? Unless they're working as a slave. Okay? But even in slave, the scriptures tell you a slave's supposed to leave with all that he accumulated.
Yeah.
With that slave master. Okay? And that person will be able to go on their own. You know what I'm saying? They will be able to go on their own because you're paying them a significant amount. And then when they go on their own, they're buying what? Land, gold, cattle. And it depends on how hard you work, how much you take care of your sheep, what you're feeding them. Mm-hmm. They start multiplying and shit, man. Your crops, how you tend to your crops. If you tend to your crops properly, you'll have plenty of crops. Okay? So really being poured in was really based off your own work ethic. Okay? Not how it is now that they got a system to where you could be penalized and you can never get a job that'll pay you this much because you did this back in '86 and shit, or not want to hire you because you ain't got this degree. In order to get the degree, you gotta go to school and be like this and act like that. Not because you're good at it. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of mechanics that's actually good that just probably didn't have the outlet of school or had the finances of school and got ESOL certificate to be acknowledged of being accredited to be a mechanic, man, to make some real mechanic money. Okay? Not giving Jake loans and shit. You want to close up?
Nah, who was skipping over, but you wasn't on camera. I'm just laughing. I'll pick up what you It says, it says, verse 8, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walking through the earth.
Yeah, so that's their laws. And you can't touch that. You can't fuck with a bat and shit. Terrorizing you in your house because of what they say. You can't dump this over here. They'll tell you can't litter, but dump all that shit in the ocean. They'll tell you about violence and they'll be bombing people and shit. All their ideas walk through the earth. Okay? That's their tongue walking through the earth. Their laws, So what do you say about the LGBT community? Niggas all in Japan scared of that shit. You know?
Therefore his people return hither and water.
There's the prime examples of what happened to Africa. When they came over there, Africa was bucking up against that shit.
Yeah.
It was like, what do you tell the problem with the LGBT? He's like, man, we ain't having that here, nigga. Pretty much. What do you say about this person? Like, bro, what I say, bro? Like, we don't fuck with it. Mm-hmm. Well, your business partners are start cutting ties. You know, even with these celebrities, it happens on that level. These celebrities can't say nothing that's against the cause. If they do, they'll cut them off financially. You know, and worse, they'll demonize you. Right.
Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doeth the Most High know? And is there knowledge in the Most High?
Yeah, so they start thinking that they have the true wisdom, because niggas start thinking money is them. Money is power. You know what I'm saying? Well, money, really the resources is power. And the people that have the real riches of this earth, yeah, they'll say, man, like, I can make a nigga die or live. You know? I'm the one that's controlling all the food here. You know? Mm-hmm. Eventually they're gonna start thinking that their guy. They got so much money that they can clone people. Like I forget the comedian that was saying like Elon Musk got a code. Who you call to say I'm about to go send some shit out of space? You know what I'm saying? Like he got that type of money. Like, man, I'm about to send a rocket out of space. Bro, you can barely get a boat and go somewhere. You know, and who do you call? You can't like,
right.
You have a fishing license, man. A space license. Who you call for a space license?
Right.
You know?
Right. How much some ships cost?
Like, yeah, like he could just send shit all they just chuck it into the fucking ozone layer. You know? Let me see what happens. Like, can't do that shit. Let the average citizen build a rocket. Like, let me shoot this bitch up there, big dog. Like, who I call? You know?
Hey, Elon, what's that number again?
What's that number, nigga? Like, let me get my license. That license $2 billion and shit. Yeah. It don't even mathematically make sense.
Yeah, shoot your ass down. You over America's land. They think you a rocket or something.
That's why you gotta make that call, you know?
What the fuck is Elon Musk, nigga? You know? SpaceX niggas got hotels out there. You can't even go get a big mouth bass without getting the fucking ticket. This nigga got a hotel out of space.
I'm trying to feed my family.
Yeah, that's a reality. This
gotta
nigga,
go there.
No humanitarianism is sending a rocket out of space. A man trying to feed his family. You know, you wilding to the ecosystem. We got this law set up for you niggas that's punishing our ecosystem. Yeah. This nigga sending rockets out of space and letting them dump in the ocean.
It says, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches.
Yeah, they increase. They're doing good. Their lives is lofty. They're eating their plates. You know, them small ass $5,000 plates and shit. You know, living that good life. The things that people do for money. You know.
$7,000 glass of wine.
Yeah, glass of wine.
That bitch better have me drunk for the rest of the day.
That's us. Hey, the rich don't even eat food like that. They taste food.
Damn, bro, you got a point. Yeah, we drinking to get drunk a little bit. I
they won't taste that shit. They just go around tasting wine until they get fucked up. That's how much money. Like, give me a glass of that. I want a glass of this, please. I done seen rich people get. I want this. I want the calamari. I want the lobster. I want and they eat from that. Oh, that was good. And they eat from this. So like, I like that. And they eat from it. That's how they get full, because they got money in abundance to where I could just taste until I'm full.
Damn.
You know?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we gotta eat. We get that chicken fettuccine from Olive Garden. We take that to go plate, boy.
Yeah.
You know?
Say this for lunch.
Let me get
I lunch for work tomorrow.
Let me get 2 boxes.
We have to come back. They say, I'm gonna try this when I come back. They do all that shit right then and there. They go down the whole menu.
Yeah.
It says, verse 13,
Psalm 73:13. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastised every morning.
yeah, that was pretty much it. I wanted to just get in, you know, how the rich of this world, you know, at the end of the day, they're going to be destroyed. But this is their mindset. Like, they look down on people like us. That's why they'll drive by and, you know, there's people that's probably super dumb rich that drive by. We ain't no threat to them technically in their mind. But once they start seeing, you know, the repercussions and how it's affecting their businesses, but nigga, we ain't affecting the opioid market. So they drive by looking at us like, oh, look at them fighting, you know? Like, shit, keep fighting, bro. I like it. This is how America's system should be running. This is how that business should be running, you know? Probably hoping we get sick and shit.
They're gonna need some antibiotics. They're gonna need some antibiotics.
I haven't seen.
I think I seen the video of an old girl at the WEN.
Yeah.
They doing some of that. They come with their windows cracked.
Come all through your vent. She didn't do that to the front of your car.
Yeah.
Man, God damn, that smell like menthol in here. It smell like orange juice and mangoes. Come this bitch to it up.
Oh shit.
That's better than juicy fruit,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
that shit, that curse of
Man.
agua on you. That's all I had, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Shit into that oppression. You know?
All right, so
that's it. We get up all praises
To Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham Rakakwadash.
It's not possible for our elders to rule well. Blessed salutations to you brothers that are teaching during truth and sincerity. Hey, it's crazy out here, you know. So something like that. Hey, shalom. It's cold, that is.
He got ear.